No, it was a little more than 2 months before we moved to New York, but everything worked out just right. And so we learned the opposite of the lesson that I learned when we tried to sneak out of our apartment to go in the Marine Corps, was that when you walk in God's timing, things actually seem to pan out, right? When we follow his calling and his timing and the way that he's orchestrated things to be, it actually works out pretty good, right? And so it was a lesson that I wasn't necessarily wanting to learn, but it was one we learned anyways. And I think for most of us, we can think back in our lives to different points in time where we were on both sides of that line, right? And we try to move ahead of God's timing. We try to move ahead of God's calling. We try to make things happen in our own way. And it just kept blowing up in our face, or things would fall apart. And then when we decided, okay, we're going to try it your way, God, right? And then things start working out and things start falling in place and everything goes the way God desires for it to go. But it takes this act of humility on our part, right? This act of humility to say, okay, God, you're in control, not me.